The question here says, a mixture is different from a compound because, so we are looking for the difference between a mixture and a compound. All right, let's look at the option. Option A says, constituents of a compound are chemically bound together, while those of a mixture are not. Right, that seems correct. Let's look at the other options. Option B, a mixture is always homogeneous while a compound is not. That is incorrect. A mixture can be homogeneous or heterogeneous while a compound is always homogeneous. So option B is totally incorrect. Option C says a mixture can be represented by a chemical formula while a compound cannot. That is incorrect, right? A mixture cannot be represented by a chemical formula. Take for example, air is a mixture of gases and there's no chemical formula for air, right? So a mixture cannot be represented by a chemical formula. Why? Because components of mixture are combined in random ratio. There's no fixed ratio for components of a mixture. So there cannot be a chemical formula to represent them. Option D, the properties of a compound are those of its individual constituents, while those of a mixture differ from its constituent. This option is also wrong because the properties of a compound are not of its individual components. Take for example, the component of water is hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is gaseous at room temperature. Oxygen is also gaseous at room temperature. But water is not gaseous at room temperature, which means that the properties of a compound are not that of the individual constituents. In fact, this statement is the opposite. The properties of a mixture is that of its component constituent. For example, if you mix salt and water, the salt water mixture is going to taste salty, all right? Because the properties of mixture is that of its component constituent. Now let's look at option A, which is the only option that seems correct. Option A says constituents of a compound are chemically bound together. That is what we call a compound. A compound is made up of two or more elements chemically bound together, while those of a mixture are not. The most correct option is A. So A is the right option.